Generic greetings and welcome to Station. Today's beverage is a nice relaxing cup of chamomile tea. So welcome to the demo of Station. This is a minimalistic puzzle game about building a utterly charming voxel railway. Let's just jump straight into it because it is quite a short demo and, well, I've already completed it, so I know what we have in store for us. But I definitely wanted to show this because ever since I first saw the game, I thought that's wonderful. That looks really nice, and indeed it does. Like I say, the whole voxel thing is utterly eye-catching. Anyway, goal is to complete all 12 buildings. Let's just see how we do just that. So apparently, oh yeah, standard tutorial stuff here. W, S, and D to move around. Left click and hold to move around as well. Right click to spin and pan the camera. We've got zooming in, which we can zoom into this windmill here, which is currently not doing anything. I would assume it will actuate once we actually send resources over to it. Speaking of that, hover over the building to see what it does. So this is a wheat farm. It needs nothing but produces wheat. So buildings need to be connected to a station. Press spacebar or the station button to place stations. So let's just press spacebar and we can rotate it around. It looks like it costs 50 generic units of currency, and there is an area or a sphere of influence around it where basically you can connect up the building, and we get that line there to indicate that it's connected or not. But I'm just going to place it in the ghost area where it recommends, and similarly over here. And there we go. If we zoom in, we can see what the station is like. It is a 2-track station, and I mean, this is where we can start speculating. I wonder if the full version of the game will allow us to upgrade the stations or have bigger stations. Who knows? Anyway, the mill, let's have a look at that. It requires wheat. It produces nothing. Well, I know that's not the case, but I guess this is the early part of the game. The mill requires wheat. Click on the arrow button on the station connector to build a railroad to the wheat farm. So we can click on this one, start a new railroad, and we can move this around. So if we just mouse over like the exit there, it'll just build it. It'll just, yeah, do it without any problems. 65 generic units of currency, and we've got 1,900. I don't think we're short of money, but you can click this area, click on an area, and it basically it's like allows you to sort of drag this around. So I'm going to put it back over here and then move it to there, and then in maybe, just because I want it to. Turning is too tight. I want to connect it up to there and there, just so we got the other entrance and exit all sorted. So that is going to cost us 76, and we can add a freight train to. Oh, sorry, 76 for the freight train, and there we go. So a couple of things happen. The mill has received wheat, and you got money. Okay, receiving money also unlocks new buildings, which is there's another mill, and there's another one of those as well. So we've got this. For a start, it's now actually working, so the mill is spinning, which is good. And we've also got all colour as well, so all the colour has come back onto the maps. I mean, this looks... I mean, it has its own charm, but obviously it's a very saturated palette, whereas we come over here and, very pretty indeed. So we need to connect up the wheat farm and the mill again, so we can do pretty much a similar thing. So we can go there, and we can go, say, there. And let's not mess around, let's just do that, and we can see the line to indicate the connections there, which is wheat to the mill. So connect the freight train, and there we go. And we actually haven't looked at the train. There it is. It's, not an overly large train. It is simply the locomotive. I don't know if you call that is that classed as part of the locomotive? The wood or fuel store. I think it's wood in this case, but yeah, it could be coal or whatever. Yeah, I think that's one unit. Or is it that tender? Whatever. Anyway, we've got a big pile of wheat on the back as well. And, oh, we have some new buildings. We have a wheat farm, and we have another mill over there. So, simple manner of placing that there. And let's start building from here. And, yes, we're going to have to go up and over this mountain pass here and bring it down and around. And let me move that to there. Connect that up. I like the way you can place these markers, and then you can sort of shimmy them around as you see fit. That's a nice little added touch. Okay, so we are... How are we on? 6 of 12. We are halfway there. And there's some more buildings. In this case, we have... it's a dairy farm. It produces 2 milk rather than 1 of the resources. Okay, so the cheesery needs milk, and the cheesery also needs milk. So we can place the... Well, station there, station there. That will block off the rear entrances, not that it's a big problem. So that can go to there, and then we'll build that. And this one will come... I mean, we could go around, or we could go up and over. But that's going to cost a fair amount of money with the bridges we will have to construct. So I'm going to connect it up to that one, and then we'll sort of drag that back, and then we'll build the freight train. The reason it gives you options is because later on we'll get certain cards which allow us to select like a bigger freight train, for example. Okay, so it's now adding a couple of little extra things for us. So buildings can be indirectly connected via multiple stations. Instead of directly connecting this cheesery to the dairy farm on the other side of the map, try connecting them to both a nearby or other station on the network. So the way it works is, and I can understand if this maybe rubs people up the wrong way, but it's the intention of the game. So we connect the cheesery to the mill. Okay, now it's still gonna move. You can see this. It's still gonna have this this. Actually, it is a train on it. There's no, it's a locomotive. We've got no train on the back. It's not a train yet. But it is going to transfer stuff from here to anywhere else in the network. If you think like that, anywhere else in the network, that's the best way of, like I say, thinking about it. So, for example, this is the cheesery, which needs milk. So if we go from here and then bring it down to there, which will be a bridge, not that it matters, and we connect the dairy farm to the network, so we'll bring that into there. These are now connected, even though technically this locomotive, this train, this unit, which has got exceptionally good traction for a train, even though it's not directly connected to this, we haven't got like lines across there, as long as anywhere else in the network is connected, then you're all good. So if I do that, you can see it's actually bringing over the milk to this cheesery. As long as it's, like, say, connected, it doesn't matter. So it's all just basically getting everything connected. If you get everything connected, it's, it's job done. So we're still getting the two... Yeah, if you look down here, we're still getting the 2 milk that is coming down to here. Now, obviously, other games would then task you to then store it there, then have to bring it over to here, and then down to here, and then over to there. It doesn't work that way. It's, like I say, a more minimalistic approach, where as long as, however many stations it takes, as long as the building is connected to a station on that network, it'll just transfer it. Like I say, it's not about the whole every single bit has to go direct and that sort of thing. Anyway, so we've got a lot of money left. We were even very inefficient on the way we did that, but it's going to start to be a little bit more challenging now. So, goal, connect all 12 buildings or complete 12 buildings. Bonus challenges is to have at least 200 generic units of currency and use a total of 6 cards. So let's see what that's like. So we have been given 2 cards, cheap rails and cheap rails. So there's a cheesery, there is a dairy farm, and there is also a cheesery. So naturally, we could probably do a fairly simple thing of putting that in there, another one in... I'm going to put it there, actually, because this little sort of slope up here, this little hill, we'll probably be able to go that way. So it's going to go there to there, and we'll say there to there, that's fine, and we'll make it cheaper rails, actually, why not? So it would cost how much? It goes from 101 to 50, so that is definitely worth it. And then here into there, and I'll make it cheaper rails as well because we can. And there we go. So that's going to get all of the resources to where it needs to go. So we've got a new set of buildings, so there's a couple of extra buildings, and we've also got some more cards, which is cheaper bridges, which is handy. So bridges cost much less, consumes card on use. Press tab or hover over the complete building button to highlight incomplete buildings. So if I press tab, we can see that anywhere where we have this with this symbol, basically, it's saying that there's incomplete stuff. So it's outputting cheese to nowhere. This one is requesting grain and outputting flour, but obviously it's going nowhere as well, whereas this one is completely fulfilled. So how are we going to do this? Well, we can probably connect up. Bakery needs bread. The wheat farm needs... the wheat farm needs the flour from... No, the wheat farm needs nothing, but the mill needs the wheat. So I could, and traditionally I would normally, connect the wheat farm to the windmill to the bakery. But we don't need to do that. we can instead, because that would mean like a big loop. Instead, we can place this in here. We can place this in here, and this one about there. So, cheap bridges, literally, fly down the hill. You're about to create an expensive bridge. Yes, I know, and we are using cheap bridges. Connect. All right, and then finally, that one to that one, because it all goes around. It matters not. So, there we go. We're now going to get some more buildings, which is going to be probably a town, yeah, and... Oh, is that another dairy? I think it is. So, how are we going to do this? Well, again, if this bread needs to get over here, what I traditionally do, in most instances, and certainly in other contemporaries, I don't really like the idea of placing that there, because it's going to demolish that building, and I quite like where it is. And what I'd have to do is come from here, up and around... in this little gap in the cliff, up through, demolish this rock, come around to... We don't have to do that. We do not have to do that. We just need to connect up this. So let's do just that. So this is going to come across, and I think we're going to come across and then down. Why not? We'll connect that up. And then we also need to connect up maybe that to there, and then that to there. And that's even going to bring the cheese from that area there as well. So, again, as long as it's all on the same network, we're getting the advantages of that. So, more buildings. We've got another town, windmills, other stuff there as well. Yeah. And more cards, which is cheap rails, and cheap bridges. So, let's go ahead and probably connect up that there. We'll add in... I said I'm going to have to get rid of that building. That can go there. And there, and there. So, no building connection, correct. But what I'm going to do is bring it around the back, like so. Turns a bit tight, but that's now connected. We'll then bring in maybe the... What's the best course of action here? We need the bread to get over. Let's bring this up and in, like so. We'll make that cheap rails. We'll have this one, which will connect up to, actually from the back, to there. And that's also going to use cheap rails. Oh no, we've only got cheap bridges. Oh, I guess we'll do that. And then... What are we missing? We're missing... Press tab. We need... Is it the cheese? I think it is the cheese. It's saying no building connection. Oh, of course. It is that there is no building connection. Yeah. Okay. Ah. Right. Yeah. That's right. So mistakes might have been made. I put it a little bit too far back. So what we'll do is we'll place that there. We'll do we'll bring this along and oh, okay, let's just use cheap bridges. And then cheap bridges again. No, hang on. Can we do that? There and there with cheap bridges. How much would that be? It would be far too much. Oh, mistakes have been massively made. All right, so that can go there. That can go in there. That's going to get most of what we need. Yeah, there we go. And then... All right, so that's a sort of intermediary station. It doesn't actually do anything other than... yeah, it doesn't actually do anything other than just be an intermediary for the other stuff. But it's all on the same network. That's all that matters. As long as it's on the same network, it doesn't matter. So we do need to bring over... was it the cheese? Yeah, we do need to do that. So, I mean, the simple method would be to do that and go cheap bridges. And there we go. And then there's lots of resources. And level completed. It's certainly not the most elegant solution, but it does show you that, yes, you can mess it up. And there is indeed something I didn't think about. There's an added challenge here because once you've placed a station, you place a station, 50 generic units of currency, not a problem. You can right-click it and remove it. But once there's a line, you can't shift it. This station is already connected to a finished railroad and can't be moved or removed anymore. So if you mess it up and not notice like I did there, then not good. Suboptimal, one would say. Anyway, Fun challenge achieved, special challenge not achieved. Ah, shame. Anyway, let's go. I mean, I could go back and just build another railroad, but we're not going to do that. So, let's go on to the third and final map of the game. So, this is a goal of complete 18 buildings, end the level with at least 850 generic units of currency, and finally create a railroad, which upon completion connects 4 different resources. That's going to take a little bit of thinking. So, stack bonus. When a new railroad supplies multiple buildings at once, you get extra money. This requires planning ahead. First, connect the mill to the city, then connect the other buildings to the mill. The bakery, and then the city will all be supplied at the same time. So it says connect the the mill to the city. Okay, we can do that, and then connect the others to there as well. So we're going to place the city in... Well, we'll place the station there for the city. We're going to place the mill one probably on... I'm actually going to probably place it there. And then this one, which it's actually showing us you can connect up 2 buildings. So we are able to do that. So what I could do is bring this over to there, and that would supply the resources, which is fine. But we don't want to do that. We want to get this multiple bonus thing that it's mentioning. So what I'm going to do is come down, skirting the edge, and then we connect that up. That would be fine. That would be fine, yes. So we'll build that with cheap rails as well. So there we go. And then this one, similar thing. It would be a very expensive bridge to go down. How much would it cost me in total? It would be 194 generic units of currency, whereas if I do this and almost double track it, it would cost us 108, and we can go with heavy freight cargo. They make 50% more money. Yeah, let's do that. And we gain the stack bonus. There you go. So it's all about making the pre-connections before finally placing it on there, and we can actually see the stuff that's been transported now. Oh, that's a much bigger train. Good. All right, so a couple more buildings, and we're going to go for some more cards as well. So we want... This is a dairy farm, and you've also got the cheesery there as well. So naturally, if we were so inclined, I could place this in here. We could then build... We could then build over to there, like so. And then from here, come down into there, basically. And that's going to get another stack bonus, because technically it's the milk to there and then the cheese to there rather than the direct connections. But there we go. And there's more money. Let's unlock some more buildings. Let's unlock, apparently, 3 more buildings. So, this is a city, a cheesery, and a dairy farm. So, similar to what we've done previously. We're going to place this in here. We'll place in the... I think we may have to sort of put that there to almost dead end that one. That'll be fine. And then this one will go in there. And you can see there is actually like a minimum radius. So I can't go sharper than that, which is nice. I'm going to... Oh, I can't... Can I spin the camera while doing that? I can spin the camera, yes. That's fine. So we'll do that. I say just skirting along the edge here. Maybe to there. And then down. And then in, which is going to give us, again, that nice bonus. And go. Still haven't got that 4 extra achievement. But we are getting there. And all the colours coming back to the map. And there's... A couple of extras. We've got a wheat farm and a bakery, so naturally we'll connect up those together. So the wheat farm and the bakery. So yeah, wheat needs to go to the mill, then the mill brings the flour to the bakery, then the bakery sends the bread to there. So I mean, that would be fine. Let's go with cheap bridges, connections, and then naturally we're going to go with that there, and then into there. And we're going to go with heavy freight train. 50% more money. Alright. Good. There's the stack bonus. how we're doing so far. 12 of 18. Fun challenge unlocked. Finish the level with at least 850. Let's go for some more buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So if we play this cleverly, we'll be able to get multiple connections. So if I was to, well, I'll tell you what. Let's put in all of the, or the majority of the connections in first. Goes there. That goes there. That goes there. There was one over here, wasn't there? Yes. So this is a bakery. Connecting it there was good. It will do nothing. This is a cheesery, and that's the dairy farm. So there would do nothing. Are these railroads connected? They are not. So this one and this one is not connected. So connecting that to there won't do anything. But I do want to then connect up these two. That's... but it's going to have to go through this, isn't it? It's going to have to go via this. That's possible. Because we can take the wheat that produces, well, wheat, no, so we don't want to connect it to there just yet. Okay. Cheese and milk. I mean, if we bring it all to here, like there, that's these two really, that's the issue. Yeah. Like, obviously that'll do the milk. Ideally, you want them all flowing to the city, like the intermediary resources. But that's full. That's pretty full. That'll go to there. But then as soon as I bring that over, yeah, we have the problem there. Bring it over there, though, and that's going to be double bridges. Let's go with cheap bridges. That's fine. And then we need some way of connecting that to the back. Would it go around? Would it go around? Ooh, could we just bring it round the back there? I think we can. That's fine. That's not going to work though. I'd have to go up and over. Don't need to though, because we can bring it from that one. Then to there. Then to there, which is not going to do... Oh, it's going to do one thing technically. It's going to bring the milk over. Right. If we were to put that in there then. Let's go across. I mean, I know this is not a efficient way to do it, but I just want to try out this whole connect everything at once deal. So these are all connected. These are... Are these all connected now? Is it just that? Yep. Yep, it might look like an absolute nightmare, and indeed it is. Let's cheap rails this. And... cargo train. Whoa. Oh. Right. So we got a 40% bonus, plus the heavy freight train. We got nearly 900, I think, from that alone. 798. Level completed. That is both with the fun challenge and the special challenge as well. And look at that map. That's it's lovely, and all the colours come back to it. So we've got, you know, lovely trains coming into the station. We've also got this haze as we zoom in as well. Yeah, it's a bit hazy. I love how vertical the map is. Lots of undulations in the ground. Oh, and there it is. Coming in. Two of them coming in. We are privileged. No, we're not. They're actually crashing. Okay, cool. Right, and there's another one coming down. Very nice. All right. So, we are going to go to next, and, well, I think we'll be leaving it there. There's all of the extra challenges and the special. So the only one I didn't do was the previous one, the middle level, which I just need to click on additional card. All right, all attention passengers, mark your calendars. Scenic station to station voyage is scheduled to arrive at your PCs in 2023. Or after that release date slips several times, it'll be out at some point. That's the general rule with games releases these days. Yes, gorgeous voxel art worlds to life through trains. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there for now. That's been a bit of station to station. Overall thoughts then on this demo. It is charming, it is trains, and it's not overly challenging. That is by design, so I don't say that in a negative way. Yes, there is challenge involved. You can go for the additional challenges, which do require some thought, but for the most part, it's fairly easy to complete each of the levels. How will that translate to the full game? We shall see. Obviously, there's going to be more resources added in the background. I've seen things like mines and other such things, so I'm guessing there's going to be like lumber and iron and ores and other things like that. Maybe there's going to be different ways to upgrade the stations, bigger stations, whatever, obviously more cards. Either way, very excited to see what the full game brings, and we'll be looking forward to that one. If you like what you see, by all means, check the link out in the description. Demo is freely available as of the time of recording, so by all means, give it a go. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.